Hi everyone, let's start with this topic which is important here, and we have to look at this topic because there is so much information for your prelims and your mains part also, but for prelims focus there are more information. So let's just look at this topic. This is Bali Islands and Sundarbans. This Bali Islands in Sundarban, one Bali is in Indonesia, do not get confused, but the one we are talking about here is in West Bengal Sundarbans region. And Sundarbans, as you know, it is the largest delta in the world, right? Largest delta in the world, where the Royal Bengal tiger, this is famous for, and here the mangroves are found which are known as Sundari trees or Sundari mangroves. Mangroves are saltwater resistant species. Their roots has this curving, so that it is very providing a very natural shelter for the coastal erosion prevention, right? And it also supports the powerful waves to hit this zone, and the power is basically broken down, and hence the least possible damages to the coast are generally done. So let's just take the look about this topic. The Bali Island in the dense mangrove thickets of Sundarbans, which was totally disconnected from the mainstream of development since independence, is now bustling with khadi activities. Right, so that means this Bali Island, people are involved in the khadi activities promoted by the Khadi and Village Industries Commission, that is KVIC, and hence the people are now contributing through the khadi development activities within the economic contribution, let's say. And whenever the economic prosperity is there, then the social development aspects are also coming up. So this Bali Island is Sundarbans is in West Bengal, and Tora is a mangrove species found here, right? So this Tora in Japanese means tiger. So remember that one is Sundari tree, which is majorly found in the Sundarbans delta, but also we have the Tora species, which is found in this region where the people of this Bali Island are living, right? The island is having the inhabitants of 37,000 number, who has fishing, honey collection as their main occupations, right? So because they are living in the jungles or the mangrove deltas and all, and is also a jungle and a unique ecosystem basically, right? So the people are mostly independent upon the fishing activities and honey collection for their livelihood, right? Now the Sundarban wetland is a wetland of international importance, very important, right? And the Indian Sundarbans considered to be an area south of the Dampier-Hodges line, very important. So within this context, the Dampier-Hodges line, it is an imaginary line that passing through the 24 parganas, that is south and north. You must be knowing that there are two districts in Bengal. We have 24 north and 24 south pargana. So the imaginary line which is crossing these two districts is known as the Dampier-Hodges line, right? And it is spread over 9,630 square kilometers, right? So what the Sundarbans, of which the mangrove forests are spread over 4,263. That means 50% of the north and south parganas are basically under the mangroves. Important ecosystem, right? Then it comprises almost 43% of the mangrove cover in the country according to 2017 Forest Survey report. So 43% of mangroves are in Sundarbans only. You can see how important this ecosystem is, right? Then Bhitarkanika mangrove ecosystem in Odisha is the second largest mangrove forest of Indian mainland. Very important for your prelims. This question has already been asked in 2014 or 15 in the environment section. Then Ramsar tag makes Indian Sundarbans the largest protected wetland in India. Yes, earlier it was Vembanad coal wetland in Kerala. In Vembanad, it is basically the largest brackish water. So this lake was previously the largest protected wetland, but now it is the Sundarbans. right? And the Sundarban is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Do not forget, right? The Sundarban Tiger Reserve, very important, is situated within the site, and part of it has been declared a critical tiger habitat under national law and also a tiger conservation landscape of global importance, because the Royal Bengal tiger, a unique species that can swim and catch fishes, it can crawl on the trees irrespective of its weight, because its weight can go up to 150 to 200 kilograms or even 250 kilograms, right? Fully mature adult tiger, and yet they can crawl on the trees, which is not possible for the tigers in other regions, right? So this is the genetic modifications in their lifestyle is there, that they have adopted the habitat in such a way, right? Then we also have the Sundarban Biosphere Reserve that has been constituted under Man and Biosphere Program, that is MAB. Sundarban Biosphere Reserve, it means that the contribution of people living in the locality, is very much important as the part of the policies for the protection of environment. This is basically the Man and Biosphere Reserves, right? The program. So that means the people or the communities living in the natural ecosystem for very long, their knowledge, their generational information about the locality, that must be preserved and taken into consideration while we are forming the policies for the environment protection. So hence it is very much important, right? And it is the only mangrove habitat which supports a significant population of tigers, and they have unique aquatic hunting skills, as we have seen, right? The large number of rare and globally threatened species such as the critically endangered northern river terrapin, the endangered Irrawaddy dolphin, and the vulnerable fishing cat, they are also found here. That means river terrapin, the fishing cat, and the Irrawaddy dolphins. You must be knowing that dolphins, they use the sonar technology or sonar technique to swim because they are blind, right? They are gangetic dolphins which are found in this region, and they are very much important. And the gangetic dolphin is basically the national aquatic animal in India. And this question was exclusively asked in 2016, right? Now, 2 of the world's 4 horseshoe crab species are also found here. 2 of the world's 4 horseshoe crab. These are your very important points for prelims. Threats to the survival of the Sundarbans. Like, what are the threats? Climate change. Normally, it has the problem everywhere. Sea level rise. Yes. Widespread construction and clearing of mangrove forest, right? That means deforestation in the marine ecosystem. Coal-based thermal power plant in the vicinity, because the hot water is discharged within the area. Hot water discharged within the area, right? Or untreated water is discharged in the area. Hence, it disturbs the natural ecosystem of water, natural marine ecosystem, which is very unique. The mangroves are only grown where the salt water and the fresh water is mixing. Because as you know that Gangetic Delta is forming here in the Bay of Bengal region, and the fresh water is being brought by the Ganges river after the mixing of Brahmaputra river in the land of Bangladesh, and then it is meeting the saltwater region, and this through this deltaic formation, which is the world's largest delta here, a very unique ecosystem is developed. Hence, there are mangroves very well flourished in this region, right? So India's 43% mangroves are in this area. Then out of 102 islands at Sundarbans, there are islands, also islets. right? So here in the islands and islets, its basic islets are generally the smaller islands where people are not residing, and mostly they are rocky in nature with no vegetations. This is just the simple definition, right? And Sundarban has highly humid climate, of course, because it is near the tropical or Tropic of Cancer range. The line is passing through. The Sundarbans is the largest mangrove swamp, the largest delta, and the largest estuarine national park in the world, right? Estuarine means the river stream that is connecting in the larger water body. So hence it is known as the estuary. So right, then this delta is also among the largest tiger reserves in the world, right, in the mangrove regions. So this much of information is given in this article, and it is important for your prelims because from anywhere any kind of question could be asked in this section, right? Especially the type of marine animals are found there. So in this context you should understand this topic, and the topic importance is we have discussed. So that was all about the Sundarban Delta and the Bali Islands in the Sundarban region. Thank you so much.